Badagry. This is the movies in very museum. And here are the chains, shackles, used in our forefathers during the period of slavery. The chains are over 500 years because slavery lasted in Badagry for about 350 to 400 years. Badagry was meant to be a slave culture, also a slave coast. There were two slave coasts back then, one in Badagry, another one in Calabar. The one in Badagry is called the Duplicated Slave Market. It was established in the year 1502, and 300 slaves were sold every market days. The one in Calabar is called the Young Slave Market, established in the year 1810. 100 slaves were sold every market days. So any slave captured from the hinterland, the Yoruba-speaking area, down to the Dahomey, that's the Benin Republic, are brought down into Badagry, while slaves captured from the eastern part are taken down to Calabar. There are two types of slaves then, the domestic slave, the field slave. The field slave, the ones that work on the farm. The domestic slave, the ones that work in the house. Slave trade was finally abolished in Badagry with the help of the man buried there, Chief Sumumobi. He died on the 16th of October 1893. The father of the man buried there was involved with the trade, but the man buried there did not like the trade. The man buried there now withdrew against the Portuguese. It sees the last days of people in Badagry, and these are the rituals around the neck of the slave. This is for the neck of the slave. This is called the neck lock. Slaves are meant to work with this around their neck for 18 hours every day.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. So, it's heavy.
Well, let me take your picture. Let me take your picture.
Okay. My. Okay.
This is the right shape. This is for the babies on the stage. For them to complain about what they are going to do work in the farm. They gather the children around and chain their roots together inside of a chain. They make them sit on their tree far from where their parents is working. For them not to disturb, but to scatter where their parents are planted. All this is called the mouth slave. This wasn't on the mouth of the slaves. The masters are also happy that while they are working on the farm and they are communicating, they can plan on how to attack their master. And for them not to eat on the farm, they don't pierce their lip with altar and they fix this. They pull out the lips and padlock their lips like this and that. For them not to be able to communicate and to eat. All this is a capture for the stubborn slaves who disobey his master. They make such slave climb a platform. They will now force this into the hand of the slave. This doesn't go easy most of the time, so they have to break the bone. They break it down to the knees. They screw it up and they suspend the slave leg from the ground while the slave will be dangling. In the course of doing so, the slave will die. This is called the branding iron. This was used for three purposes. First is to pierce the lips. They put it in fire. When it is very wet, they use it to pierce the upper and the lower lips so as to padlock it. The second function of this was used in writing in the body of the slave. Because slaves during the period of slavery declared their masters and not their name. So by identification of slaves, they use this to write the name of the master on the body of the slave, called as slave branding. And the last function of this is to pierce the foot of stubborn slave who try to escape. They hid this in the foot to pierce it or to break the bone of slaves that try to escape. All this is called the ankle lock. This was used this like then the padlock is like this. So we have to work at this thing. You see, it's really difficult. They are meant to drag it while they are working. And this was the money that was spent here. We call this calories. But the white people, they didn't see this as a means of exchange. That led to the introduction of trade by barter. So they bring items in exchange of slaves. For a bottle of dry gin, 10 slaves in exchange of a bottle of dry gin. The small size camel with 40 slaves, the big one 100 slaves. Why do we need this? They brought this to us. So we could use this to wage war among ourselves here in Africa. So as to capture more slaves and sell back to the white. And this here is the slave drinking water bowl. 40 to 20 slaves are to drink water from this bowl at the same time with their hands being tied to their back. So they bend down, drink like animals. In the course of struggling and pushing each other, they get caught by the edge. Blood drips into the water. They have no choice and to keep drinking because they have access to food and water once in a day. They are welcome to
I welcome you to Brazilian Barter of Kebab.
Thank you.
And this is where the slaves were kept. Around 1840, the compound was established.
Okay.
And that's the chief who is in charge of this place. The name of this man given to him by his parents, they called him Ifaremi.
Okay.
So he was captured at the age of 6 years old. And the man was sold to a place called Downey, today Benin Republic. So the man who bought him there was Abbas. He bought him when he was 6 years old. And he later resold him to another master called Williams. That's how we have the two men over there. These are the masters of the young man.
Okay.
But this man later returned back to his master called Williams. Mr. Williams was the one who freed him. But a condition attached to it. That is, if it is ready to work for him, it's going to free him. Although Mr. Williams have taught him about the business, they have taught him about the Western education, then they have taught him about the languages. So those three things were being taught by the masters in order for him to make use of him. So which he did. So the slave boy agreed with his master that he's going to work for his master. Then he was, free and he came back to Nigeria. He first of all settled in Lagos Island, where we now have his side of him today. Before he later, come to Badagry and settled down here. So through his master, he bought this place and they built the Barter for him. That's why we have the 40 cell. So the word barracoon, it means slave cell. It's the Spanish word. So in this compound today, we have 40 cell. So that is where the slaves were kept. And during the time of slave trade, when the Europeans were coming down to this place, they brought some items in exchange of slave, because during that time, the money the African people were using there was cowrie. But Europeans don't want to do any transaction with cowrie shop, so they have to prefer to bring their goods down to this place in exchange of slaves. And we have all the items that they were used in exchange of slaves in West Africa.
Okay.
We have umbrella, and the value for one umbrella then was 40 human beings. We have bottle of gin, and the value for one bottle of gin was 10 slaves. Then we also have the cannon gun. We have the big and the small size. So the big cannon gun was 100 slaves, while the small cannon gun was 40 slaves. Also, we have the gun over there for 40 slaves, ceramic bowl for 10 slaves, the mirror and the bead. These two items do have specific numbers, so it depends on how they bargain. Then we have K2 and price. These are just items given to the chief during the time of slave trade. So we have two slave cells today that we are going to show to you.
Okay.
The male cell and the female cell. Because after the abolition of the slave trade, the family of the Chesere, they are the one converted the cell into residential today. So they are the one living in this room today. But it was the government that came around 2003. They made the family and they discussed the law. So the government asked for the two slave cells that we are having today so that they can preserve and show to the world. That's why we have the two slave cells that we are going to show to you. So let's go inside and see two slave cells that we have. So if you look around this compound, you see that people are living there today. You can see different rooms. See, even the well that you are seeing over there, that well was built by slaves around 1847. So the master asked them to dig the well. And up to date, the family are still making use of that well today. They use it to have their baths, to wash their clothes, and to do other things. So this is one of the slave cells. They kept the men in this room. And in this room, we have two, in this cell, we have two rooms. The first room and the second room inside. In the first room here, this is where they inspect those slaves. They check the slaves right here.
Okay.
They examine them before buying them. They want the healthy slaves. So anyone that is not healthy will be returned back to the cell. So they check them in this place. And here we have the umbrella the European gave to the chief. A message of 40 human beings. Now, 40 human beings have gone today. And we have the umbrella with us here. And the same umbrella I'm showing to you is the one you are seeing in the picture here. And this is the Chief Seikaba sitting down. And these are the cabinet that are ruling Badagry after the abolition of the slave trade. Then secondly, we have the handwriting. This is one of the handwriting of the Chief Seikaba. You don't forget that I told you that the man was learned through his master. He was taught about the Western education. And behind me, these are some of the charcoals that they use on slaves. We have the one for the babies, we have the one for the adult, the one they used to, padlock their mouth, put it on their leg, the one they used to work on the farm, and the one they used to pierce their leg as well. They use it to punch the leg. Any slave that refused to work or who try to escape in the farm. So when the person is being caught, these are some of the punishment they give to them. Now we are going inside now to see the room where 40 human beings are kept. They are going to spend 8 hours in that room. Be on standing, no sleeping, no fan, no light. And we are being told that some of those slaves also suffocate and they died in that room. Not all the 40 people that are killed there survived. So let's go inside and see the cell where the slave is kept. Now you can see during the time of slave trade, these show glasses were not there. So the room was empty. And even the floor was not like this, so it was not cemented this way. If you look up there, that's the only ventilation they have for them. No fan, no light. And some of them also suffocate, like I said. Now we have some of the things that we put in the glasses there. On my left side now we have the ceramic bowl that I told you that each of them was used in exchange of chain slaves. So we have 5 bowls now representing 50 human beings. Also, in my phone there, this is the money the African people were using there. We call it cowrie. And also we have the beer mug given to him by the Germans. We have the brass dish given to him by the Brazilian. Then we have the bottle of gin. This is the original bottle of gin that was given to the chief Sekaba in exchange of 10 human beings. Also we have the gramophone record that the man played to enjoy himself. These are the olden days records being used by chief. And also we have the clay pots. These are the clay pot that the man was using. We have the middle one for the soup, then the other one there for water. So, like I said, men are kept in this room. We are going to the next room where the female also were kept with their babies.
Okay.
Let's go outside. So, here is where they kept the women. And we have been told that even some of the women are pregnant in this room, and some with their babies. And these are some of the pictures of what really happened during the time of slave trade. You can see how slaves were being tortured. This is how the slaves were used. They used the dog to chase the slaves while they are trying to escape in the farm. And this is how the slaves were being taken to the farm. To the point of no return. And also this is how slaves were crying. This is how they freed them. Another torture over there. The punishment given to the slaves. These are some of the slaves that later returned back home after the abolition of the slave trade. We have Darusha, we have Santo Silva there. Then these are some of the exhibitions for the slaves. These are the building of Serika house in this compound before the building collapsed. And these are the shackles and how they work in the farm. So this is one of the relaxing chair for the chief. And that chair you are seeing is over 100 years old now. And also we have the statue of the chief Serika Abbas in the glass there. So this is how Serika Abbas used to dress. And we are showing you the attire that the man wore that year around 1895. So this room is where the women are kept. Like I said, those ladies, some of them may be pregnant and some of them with their babies. And here we have the children. These are the children of the Serika Abbas. And this is one of the relaxing chairs as well. So let's see where the man was buried outside, please. Let's come this way. So here is where the Serika Abbas was buried. Chief William Abbas, Seriki of Badagry, Senior Chief Ilaro Division, died 11th of June, 1919. So this coming June now, The coming
Yes.
next week June now
Yes.
will complete 105 years ago that this man have died.
Okay.
And that's the man that owned this place then. And over here is where we have the story building of Chesed Kabas. It was right here before the story building fell.
Okay.
All these one are not there, are just recent building, but the other room there, they are all slave cell. Now I told you we have 40, and also we have the court. That is where the man was using to pass his
Okay.
judgment then. So it's from here, the slaves will be moving out to the point of no return. Here we have the last born of Seriki Abbas.
Okay.
Chief Saka, Seriki Abbas, last born of Seriki Abbas, born in the year 1913 and died 1987. So it's from here they move them out to the point of no return.
The island we have is called Berefu Island.
Okay.
And the spelling of Berefu is Gberefu. Berefu is a Yoruba word meaning a dry land. An island is a place surrounded by water. Here we have a lagoon, while the other side of the island we have Atlantic Ocean. During the period of slavery, nobody lives in this island. When someone is captured living here, he or she will be captured as a slave. But after the abolishment of slavery, we have about 5 to 6 villages in this island, whereby people are now living in the island we have. And the slave route that leads to the point of no return, formerly before it used to be a narrow path, while the slave we have to walk in a single file down to the point of no return. While walking down there, a slave don't put on clothes, slave don't put on shoes. The only clothes only found on their body is the big chain around their neck, the chains around their hands, and the shackles around their legs. And there is always a connection between the chains and the sun. When the sun is very, very hot, definitely the chains around their body will be very, very hot. There will be a lot of wounds around their body. Any slave that he or she died on the slave route, if the European slave merchant have time for such a slave, they will remove the chains around their body, dig a gun in this island, and bury such a slave. If there is no much time, they will throw such a slave into the forest because the whole of this island then, it used to be a thick forest. You can see the right up here. Badagry slave route. This is the route of the journey into unknown destination. The reason why it was called journey into unknown destination was because the European slave merchants don't tell the slaves where they are taking them to. Some of the slaves were taken to Cuba, to Brazil, to America, to Portugal, to Australia, to so many parts around the world. That is why it was called journey to unknown destination. We'll be making history as we are going to start working on the same route that slave worked for 400 years.